Name of the topic is metamorphic petrology. Today we are going to learn types of metamorphism and zones of metamorphism. What is metamorphism? It is a Greek word. It means that change in form. Meta means change and morph means form. Change in form of the original rock. The original rock may be igneous, sedimentary or even metamorphic. The rock gets subjected to elevated temperature pressure conditions and it gets converted into a new rock type which is called as a metamorphic rock. And this process of formation of metamorphic rock is called as metamorphism. During metamorphism, the rock needs to be adjust itself to the elevated temperature pressure conditions and hence certain changes occur in that rock during the process of metamorphism. It is the mineralogical and structural adjustment of solid rocks to physical and chemical conditions that have been imposed at depths and it is called as metamorphism. It is a structural and mineralogical adjustment of the original rock to the higher temperature pressure conditions. Agents or factors of metamorphism are temperature, pressure and chemically active fluids. Temperature causes the original rock to melt and to recrystallize and chemical changes occurred. Pressure is of two types, stress and confining or hydrostatic pressure. Stress is active near surface, confining pressure is active as we go deeper beneath the earth's surface. Stress and confining pressure causes, it lowers the melting point of the rock, it causes dislocation of the minerals, it causes changes in volume of the rock and unidirectional alignment of the original minerals. And the third factor is chemically active fluids. These are generated especially from magma. It includes water vapor, carbon dioxide, boron, fluorine and other gases. Depending upon the factor of metamorphism, there are certain types of metamorphism. First is thermal metamorphism. If temperature is dominant and pressure is secondary, then the type of metamorphism is called as thermal metamorphism. There are certain subtypes of thermal metamorphism. First is contact metamorphism. As the name indicates, the host or country rock gets into contact with the magmatic body or magmatic intrusion. Hence, it occurs adjacent to igneous intrusions and results from high temperatures which are caused by that igneous intrusion. It takes place when a body of magma intrudes into the upper part of the crust. Heat is important in contact metamorphism, but pressure is not a key factor. So contact metamorphism produces non-foliated metamorphic rocks such as hornfels, marbles, quartzite with igneous intrusion. It means that cystostructure is not formed or non-foliated rocks are formed in this type of metamorphism, especially like marble which have equidimensional minerals. Then second type is pyrometamorphism. Pyro means fire. Here the intensity is rather great than that of the contact metamorphism. Here the country rock actually get entrapped in the magmatic body. Hence it gets completely melted and get again recrystallized, forming a new type of metamorphic rock. This type of metamorphism is called as pyrometamorphism. Next type is pneumatolytic metamorphism. It is similar to contact metamorphism, but in this case there is alteration in the host rock. Its composition gets altered by the gaseous magmatic material. There is a reaction between the minerals of the host rock and the magmatic emanations which takes place from the magmatic body. And due to this chemical reaction, or the reaction between the minerals of the host rock and chemically active fluids from magma, a new type of rock is formed, or certain new minerals are formed, and the kind of metamorphism is known as pneumatolytic metamorphism. This is the thermal metamorphism, and contact, pyro and pneumatolytic are its subtypes. Then next type is cataclysmic metamorphism. It is a mechanical metamorphism. Only mechanical deformation takes place in this type of metamorphism. There is a crushing and granulation of minerals of the original rock under the action of stress. Here stress is the active factor, temperature is minimum, there is no considerable effect of temperature in this case, and due to stress the rock gets crushed and granulated, and there is no formation of new mineral. As there is no chemical reactions involved, there is no recrystallization takes place, hence there is no possibility of formation of new minerals. Only a mechanical deformation takes place under the action of stress. And the example is slate, which gets formed from shell, and slaty cleavage is the structure which is formed due to this kind of metamorphism called as cataclysmic metamorphism. Then the most important type of metamorphism is dynamothermal metamorphism. Here dynamo means pressure, thermal means temperature. Here both pressure as well as temperature are active factors. It involves the effects of directed pressure, stress and confining pressure, and accompanied by temperature. It occurs over a large area, geographically very large area, hence it is also called as regional metamorphism. There are three subtypes of this dynamothermal metamorphism depending upon its grade. First is low grade metamorphism. It occurs in the uppermost zone of metamorphism. This zone is also known as epizone, which we are going to see later. Here temperature is very low but stress is high, and hence low grade metamorphic rocks are formed like slate, phyllite, and some low grade schist are formed in this type of metamorphism. Then as we go further beneath the earth surface, the intensity of temperature as well as pressure increases, and low grade metamorphism medium grade metamorphism occurs. Here moderate temperature and confining pressure are active factors, and rocks like mica garnet schist are formed. This type of metamorphism takes place in second zone or middle zone, which is known as mesozone. Then third one is high grade metamorphism. It occurs in the catazone, which is the lowermost zone of metamorphism. Here temperature and pressure is confining pressure here, not stress, both are high, and high grade metamorphic rocks like gneisses are formed in this type of dynamothermal metamorphism. We have seen the types of metamorphism: thermal, its three subtypes, then cataclysmic, then dynamothermal and its three subtypes, and the last one is plutonic metamorphism. As the name indicates, plutonic means deep seated. It occurs at very great depth beneath the earth's surface. Both the temperature and pressure are very high, hence deformation is very strong. The original rocks get completely deformed, and the processes occurred here are metasomatism, infiltration, injection, and anastasis. These are the characteristic processes which occurred in plutonic metamorphism at very high pressure temperature conditions. Then comes zone of metamorphism. There are three zones of metamorphism. We know that metamorphism takes place beneath the earth's surface. Depending upon the depth, there are three zones of metamorphism. First is epizone. It is the uppermost zone. the temperature is low, among pressure stress is very high, and low grade metamorphic rocks are formed like phyllite and low grade schist in this zone. The next zone is, as we go further, the next zone occurs, it is a mesozone. It is the middle zone. Here there is moderate temperature and confining pressure, and rocks like mica garnet schist which are formed at moderate degree of metamorphism. These rocks are formed in this mesozone. And as we go further below the earth's surface at great depth, the third zone occurs which is known as chaetozone. It is the lowermost zone of metamorphism. Temperature and pressure, confining pressure, are very high, and high grade metamorphic rocks like gneiss are formed in this zone.